Hello everyone, welcome to your English lesson. My name is Alexandra Kostиć and I'll be your teacher today. Let's see what we are going to do today. In this lesson, we will see how we can describe events, actions, and experiences in the past. Also, we'll look into the form and use of past continuous tense. We will listen to a story and a song with past continuous tense and do some exercises with past continuous tense. Hajde da proverimo da li smo razumeli. Na ovom času ćemo vidjeti kako možemo da opišemo događaje, radnje i iskustva koji su se dogodili u prošlosti. Slušat ćemo pesmu, ispričat ćemo priču i govorit ćemo o prošlom trajnom glagolskom vremenu. By the end of this lesson, you will feel more confident to talk or write about past events and experiences. Also, you will have better understanding of the form and use of past continuous tense. Do kraja ovog časa vi bi trebalo da imate više samopouzdanja da govorite ili pišete o prošlim događajima i iskustvima. Također ćete bolje razumeti građenje i upotrebu prošlog trajnog vremena. What better way to learn how to talk about past events than to hear a story? Now, don't be afraid, but this is a scary story. I hope you like scary stories. It's called The Haunted House. It's about a boy named Charlie, his dog Max, and one very dangerous curtain. So, let's see what happened to Charlie. I was walking my dog Max. It was starting to get dark. We were walking past an old abandoned house when Max ran off and into the house. I called out to him, but he didn't come back. I walked towards the house and went through the open door. I was scared. I was looking for Max when I thought I saw a ghost. Now, let's pause our story a little to see what grammar is used to describe what happened to Charlie. When Charlie says, I was walking, we were looking, it was starting, he uses past continuous tense to describe unfinished actions as they were happening in the story. Past continuous tense also serves as background in the story. For example, when Charlie says, it was starting to get dark, he sets the background of the story. It's also used to describe actions which were in progress in the past, such as, I was walking my dog Max. And to talk about longer actions interrupted by shorter actions. Shorter ones are in the simple past tense. For example, we were walking past an old abandoned house when Max ran off and into the house. Hajde da proverimo da li smo razumeli. U priči Charlie koristi prošlo trajno vreme da opiše radnje koje se dešavaju u prošlosti i koje se nisu završile. Prošlo trajno vreme također služi da bismo opisali pozadinu priče, duže radnje koje je prekinula neka kraća radnja i radnje koje su trajale u prošlosti. How do we form past continuous tense? We form past continuous with the past tense of the verb to be, that is the auxiliary verb, and present participle of the main verb. Was or were plus verb plus ing. For example, were you listening to the radio at 9 o'clock last night? No, I wasn't. I was watching TV. Prošlo trajno vreme se gradi od prošlog vremena glagola biti i sadašnjeg participa glavnog glagola. Njega dobijamo dodavanjem nastavka ing na glagol. Here you can see the full conjugation of the verb to play. Affirmative, I was playing. He, she, it was playing. You, we, they were playing. Interrogative, was I playing? Was he, she, it playing? Were you, we, they playing? And negative, I wasn't playing. He, she, it wasn't playing. And you, we, they weren't playing. For example, you were studying when she called. Question, were you studying when she called? And negative, you were not studying when she called. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this table with your phone. That way, you can always have it with you. Sada vidite kompletnu konjugaciju glagola to play u trajnom prošlom vremenu. Here are some useful things to remember. In the negative form, we often use abbreviations. Wasn't instead of was not, and weren't instead of were not. You can use long form for emphasis. In questions, was, were, or wasn't, weren't come before the subject. Was it raining when she came? And we do not normally use the past continuous with stative verbs. Stative verbs are verbs that express a state rather than an action. They usually relate to thoughts, emotions, relationships, senses, states of being, and measurements. These verbs are not usually used with ing in progressive, continuous tenses. We use the past simple instead. For example, when I got home, I really needed, not was needing, a shower. Da rezimiramo. U odričnim rečenicama glagol biti i odrična rečica not su najčešće u sažetom obliku. U pitanjima glagol biti uvijek stoji ispred subjekta i glagoli stanja obično ne idu u trajno vreme. Umjesto njega koristimo prosto prošlo vreme. When we add ing to verbs like put, sit, cut, drop, stop, chat, dig, etc., we double the last consonant. Put, putting, cut, cutting, stop, stopping. We double the final letter when A one-syllable verb ends in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, or when a word has more than one syllable and the final syllable is stressed in speech. Verbs ending with an E, drop it when we add ing. Taking, making, saving. For example, save, saving. Drive, driving. File, filing. Kada dodajemo nastavak I na G, kod kratkih jednosložnih glagola ili kod dvosložnih glagola, kod kojih je naglašen drugi slog, posljednji suglasnik se udvaja u pisanju. Kod svih glagola koji se završavaju na slovo E, to E se gubi, osim ukoliko se glagol ne završava dvama uzastopnim slovima E ili ukoliko nije u pitanju glagol biti. But enough with the grammar for now. Let's return to our story about Charlie. If you remember, when we left him, Charlie thought that he had seen a ghost. Let's see what happens to Charlie next. But when I walked closer, I saw that it was just a white curtain that was blowing in the wind. I was calling Max's name when I heard a crash from one of the rooms. I was terrified. I was walking into the room when a black cat ran past me. Then I heard Max barking in the backyard. He was digging up bones in the garden. I grabbed Max's leash and ran home as fast as I could. And that's the end of our story about Charlie. I hope you liked it. Here are some exercises for you to do. Number 1. Fill in the gaps. Popunite praznine. Charlie was his dog Max. It starting to get dark. Exercise number 2. Put the words in order. Porađite reči tačnim redosledom. I, Max, when, saw, I, was, for, thought, ghost, I, looking. Exercise number 3. Match the two parts. Spojite dva dela rečenice. 1. He was digging up. 2. I was walking into the room. 3. We were walking past an old abandoned house. A. When a black cat ran past me. B. When Max ran off and into the house. And C. Bones in the garden. I hope these exercises weren't too difficult. Let's check your answers. Hajde da proverimo rješenja. Number 1. Charlie was walking his dog Max. It was starting to get dark. 2. I was looking for Max when I thought I saw a ghost. And 3. He was digging up bones in the garden. I was walking into the room when a black cat ran past me. We were walking past an old abandoned house when Max ran off and into the house. Let's talk some more about the use of past continuous. We use it to describe an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. For example, Mary was working at 10 yesterday. Then, we use it to talk about an action that was in progress when a second action happened. For example, I was studying when the fire alarm went off. Also, we use it to talk about two actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. I was having a bath while my husband was cooking. And we use it to give background information in a story. It was getting dark. I was walking down the road when I saw a strange man, as we have learned from our story about Charlie. Da ponovimo još jednom. Prošlo trajno vreme koristimo da opišemo radnju koja je bila u toku u određeno vreme u prošlosti. Zatim, da opišemo radnju koja je trajala kada se dogodila neka druga radnja u prošlosti. Također, koristimo ovo vreme kada hoćemo da opišemo dve simultane radnje u prošlosti. I na kraju, da opišemo pozadinu priče. Now, let's see some of the time expressions which normally go with past continuous tense. Number 1. I was trying to fly when it began to rain. Number 2. While Ron was playing Quidditch, someone stole his money. Number 3. As I was working, Hermione arrived. Number 4. Dumbledore was sleeping yesterday at 8 o'clock. And number 5. Dudley was eating while Harry was tidying up. So, the most frequent time expressions are yesterday at 8 or 10, while, when, and as. Najčešći vremenski izrazi su yesterday at 8 or 10 o'clock, juče u 8 ili 10, bilo koliko sati. Zatim while i as, koji znače dok, a zatim when, što svi znamo da znači kada. Do you recognize these names? Ron, Dumbledore, Hermione, Dudley, Harry. Do you know what Quidditch is? Who is this boy in the picture? That's right. That's Harry Potter, the most famous wizard in the world. Let's practice some more. I'm inviting you to the game called Harry Potter and the Past Continuous. Your task is to look at the pictures and complete the requirements. Pozivam vas na igru Harry Potter i trajno prošlo vreme. Vaš zadatak je da pogledate slike i ispunite zadatak. Task number 1. Continue the sentence. When Harry used magic, How can we continue this sentence? Which tense should we use? That's right. We can use past continuous. Here are some possible answers. When Harry used magic, the papers were flying. His aunt was screaming. His cousin Dudley was sitting in his mother's lap. Harry was smiling. Look at this picture. We can see Harry here with his friends. They're all carrying their flying brooms. Then answer the question. What was Harry doing at 9 o'clock yesterday morning? And here are some possible replies. At 9 o'clock yesterday morning, Harry was learning how to fly. Or we can say, Harry was trying to use his broom. Or we can say that Harry and his classmates were listening to their teacher. And here is the last Harry Potter task. Look at this picture and answer the question. What wasn't Harry doing when the monster captured him and held him upside down? Pay attention. This is a negative question. Here are some possible answers. When the monster captured Harry and held him upside down, he wasn't crying. He wasn't trying to kill the monster. He wasn't abandoning his friends. If you look at the picture again, you can see Hermione hiding under one of the sinks and Ron behind the monster. Harry wasn't hiding. We can play this game as long as we want. Look up some Harry Potter photos on Google Images and play with your friends. Ovu igru možemo da igramo koliko god želimo. Potraži fotografije ili Harrya Pottera ili nekog drugog junaka i igraj se sa svojim drugarima. We are approaching the end of our lesson. This is the last task for you, but I think the most beautiful one. Bliži se kraj našega časa. Ovo je posljednji zadatak za vas, ali možda najlepši. You are going to hear a song now. It's about a boy and a girl who had a great day yesterday. It's filled with examples of past continuous tense.
Blowing and the waves were breaking. A million
Now, here is the song quiz. Listen to the song again and fill in the missing words. Poslušajte pesmu još jednom i popunite praznine rečima koje nedostaju. One su napisane sa desne strane ekrana. I believe you were able to do this by yourself, but if you need any help, here is the key to the song quiz. Number 1, laughing. Number 2, were. Number 3, playing. Number 4, were surfing. Number 5, was really swinging. And number 6 was dreaming. This is your homework. Go to this link and listen to the song again. Simply look it up on YouTube. Then answer the questions. Za domaći, odgovorite na ova pitanja. What was the boy doing? What was the girl doing? And what were they doing together? Don't forget, you can also write a story about something that happened to you in the past. Također, možete da napišete priču o nečemu što se dogodilo u vašoj prošlosti. This is the end of our lesson. I hope you had fun. If you want to learn more about past continuous, you can go to learnenglish.britishcouncil.org or grammarly.com. They have lots of exercises there. And remember, you can rate and rewatch this lesson at RTS Planeta. Goodbye and have a nice day.